Hello and welcome to my demonstration of the popular board game Snakes and Ladders for the Neverwinter Nights 2 engine. I chose to do Snakes and Ladders because I felt it had a complexity suitable for my own scripting abilities. The first script displays the instructions window shown here. Once this box has been cleared, the game begins proper. These are custom .xml GUI files. I created them in Crimson Editor and added them to the in-game ini files, then called them from the appropriate script. The GUI boxes rotate but are omnipresent. I decided to do this because setting the parameter modal to true does not allow the player free control of the character. This means that the player can only move across the tiles and only by rolling the dice. The dice function is a single d6, which is the die used for Snakes and Ladders. The villagers scattered around the level are not interactive. They follow waypoints and watch the game. The script that manages the AI's turns always picks the same starting order. It calculates the number waypoint they are on by the integer received by the dice roll. I did this using the int_string function. I also took this measure so the AI does not become confused when having been hurtled forward or backward by a portal. Initially I had them walking from one tile to the next. I changed this to the jump function because it allows the game to flow better with shorter waiting time between goes. The particle effects I created with apply effect at location. This creates bolts of lightning at the AI's destination tile. I scripted the snake and ladder portals by toggling a local int from one script that contains the waypoint tags for the bottom of each ladder and the top of each snake. The script calls one of 8 separate scripts depending on which portal is landed on to decide where the player has been transported to. I've tried to keep this fairly balanced. However, the penalty for landing on a snake is slightly greater than the reward for a ladder. I chose to do this as it seems to be the case on most Snakes and Ladder boards. The rules of Snakes and Ladders stipulate the game ends when all but one person has completed the board. I chose to instead create a ground trigger that ends the game when the human player has completed the board, regardless of his position. This trigger has to detect any AI player entering it, and teleport them to one side to watch the rest of the game play out. However, if O target equals O player, it opens the new GUI to end the game. Finally, the play again button utilizes the end game function. I use this instead of the load new module because it seems to handle resetting the in-game scripts a lot better. Each AI player takes 5 seconds to roll the dice and move their player from one tile to the next. In any given game there are 3 AI players and 1 human player. This means that there is always 15 seconds between each turn for the human player. I decided to keep the day-night cycle that runs naturally within the Neverwinter Nights 2 engine. This was because I think it looks nice and adds a different element of depth to the game, and also because the Snakes and Ladders board is nicely illuminated during the night time. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my demonstration.